Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, there's already 3 people here, and I've already got 2 thumbs up. Okay, let me see. All right, my chat just got messed up. Okay, that is not what I wanted. Hi, Mona. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Brittany. Okay, let's see here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Hi, Mindy. Okay, they have changed things again, guys. Sorry. Give me just a second to sort this out. Hi, Holly. All right, let me put this over here, over there, pull it down. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Shelly. All right, I think I got it. Oh, I've lost my chat. Okay, guys, can't see you. Just a minute. Oh, heavens. I hate it when they keep changing stuff on me. Okay, where? Nope, that's... Aha. Okay, got it. Now if I don't touch anything... Okay, I hope, guys, that I've got everything. Yeah, how could I misplace anything as big as y'all? That's right. Well, it says top chat and live chat, and I clicked on it to make it go to live chat. What it did was make all my chat go away. So then I had to go pop out chat, and I popped out chat, and then I touched something, and it totally disappeared again. Change keeps me on my toes. Well, thank you, Patricia, but I don't know. They're might be making me tired. I don't know. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. A lot. Well, that's true, Andrea. All right, I am going to start with my iCAD today, and I want to show you something. The other day, I told you that I had gotten some stuff from Mom's house, and that this was in it. And Julie looked up for us. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mina. Looked up for us this stamp set, and it is a Hero Art set. Okay, and none of these stamps have ever been used. These apparently came home from Mom's house, part of them in a box. It's called Blooming Borders, and it was from 1996. So, and apparently I brought parts of them home, and that one was still in there. But Julie had put a link in the message on the message board. Aren't they, Holly? They're very pretty. And I stamped this one the other day and used it, but I'm thinking I might stamp out some of these later and paint them just for the fun of it. So, Linda, did I say hi? I hope so. Hi, Linda. Anyways, I'm going to do my iCAD first, though, because if I don't do my iCAD first, then we'll run into trouble. And I'm going to have to switch glasses because this pair is too strong. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can read chat with those on. Okay. Hi, Brittany. Am I happy or sad that the iCAD is almost over? Well, I'm kind of happy because I want to go on and get some other things done. It doesn't mean that I won't make more. Um, I, it's one of those things where that's a really good question, but I've enjoyed it, but um, doing it every day is sometimes a little hard. Now, iCads aren't hard because I can do them at what I picked to do I should say, for iCads are not hard because I can do them at my computer desk. Um, and therefore they haven't been too bad to do elsewhere. But I'm kind of done with the everyday thing. Hi, Brenda. Then first it is Mindy. I must have missed something. Oh, the first that will be over. Yeah. Thank you, Brittany. Yes, I saw your comment. I just have not had a chance um, to answer comments this last couple of days. I've had mom stuff the last couple of days, so I've been busy. Oh, I said iCads first. Oh yeah, iCads first. Yeah, we're gonna get this iCad out of the way. Oh, hi, Joey. It's very nice to see you here. Um, I will be glad to finish the project. I am kind of excited about trying to put all the iCads into the little frame thing that I got. Let me see if I can reach it. Yeah, it's right here. This thing, when I was out with Helen Piccola, I got this at the thrift store. Then it's just right to hold iCads, but I'm going to have to put them on a little. I'm going to have to do some work to make it, but I didn't want to start that until I'm sure they will fit because, quite frankly, I got quite a few iCads, so I'm not sure it's going to fit right. So I'm kind of waiting until I finish. Hi, Barbara. So, ugh. I'm going to have to wash my scissors again pretty soon, though, because I keep getting glue on them. Yeah, I have two projects I'm going to try to work on. Okay, Andrea's got to go back to work, so she's going to semi-lurk. I'm going to try to bring you in. Will it work? Not very far, but it's a. Okay. I'm just glad all of you are here to visit today. This one definitely has a flower on it, so I think we're going to start with that. We have to decide which way is up and which way is down. And for some reason, this looks like the way it's going to be. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Jeffrey came in earlier and told me there were bugs on my tomatoes. And then he found a tomato worm, which I hadn't seen any of those before. So that may be the end of the tomatoes. They won't last long if I've got tomato worms. He managed to find it and squash it for me, but yep, bugs on tomatoes. Boo! I've known I've had some bugs. That doesn't bother me. Bugs are, part of this world too. And the back bed didn't get as many marigolds in it as the front bed, so it's been worse back there. But we've been keeping them at bay. But I'm afraid that they may start to go. They're going anyways. It's that time for us. This time of year, it's rained every single day for more than a month. So I took Mom out to a doctor's appointment yesterday morning, though, and I managed to get her home before it rained, which was really good because, man, did it rain. She'd have been so wet. Who has orchids, Holly? I missed. Lisa's just taking a break, guys. She needed a break, and she's good. I've talked to her a couple of times. She has a lot going on, and she needed a break. So it would be good to send her your prayers and your thoughts. But she's okay. We love her and we miss her. But she needed some time off. And you guys, don't forget, I had 2.5 months that I took off. Sometimes you just need to recharge. Hi, Tori. Oh, Barbara's got orchids. Ooh, my daddy loved orchids, Barbara, and he would grow them, and he would actually get them to bloom again. I would probably kill them the minute they came in the door. I can barely get a spider plant to grow. The reason the garden grows is because I put it outside and I put it in the ground, and if it grows, awesome. If it doesn't, I don't worry about it. For some reason, these just weren't quite good enough lines today. That's the way to think about it, Andrea. Yes. Hi, Lori. Hello, hello. Guys, I am so glad everybody's here. If I've missed anybody, I'm glad you're here too. I just missed you. Sorry about that. For some reason, there is more paint on this piece of paper than normal. It is funny because this is just another one of my jelly prints, but it's got a lot of kind of bumpy texture that the pen is not liking today. Oh, Lori, that's awesome. Hugs to you all. But it is actually time for us to replant tomatoes. So I'll probably try to pull them up, what's in the garden. And the problem is getting in the garden. We've had so much rain that you can't even get in the garden. One of our friends sent Jeff a message this morning. His neighbors dug a hole because they're trying to put a pool in. Dug the hole for the pool, but they've had so much rain they can't put the pool in because it's full of water. I just wish we could send it west. Where they need it. Okay. So that's the beginnings, but I think it's going to go this way. Hi, Dana. I missed you coming in. Hello, I'm glad you're here. Tori, I think I said hi to you. Hope so. Hope, guys, that I didn't miss anybody. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to do this and that. Oops. I know you can't see it, but I have my tongue stuck between my teeth, sticking out of my mouth. It's almost so funny. Yes, I know, Dana. You guys are getting just about as much as we are. It is just, it's been a lot. And it's July. Usually by July, it eases off just a little bit because we actually do get brown grass in July, but not this year. This year, it's just been wet, wet, wet. Hi, Brenda. My hand is steady. Ha, ha, ha. Did Tanya just say they can't put the pool in because it's full of water? Yep. Yep, that's right. They cannot put the pool in because it's full of water. Mm-hmm. Of course, putting an in-ground pool in around here is believe it or not, difficult because our water table is high. And I don't know what kind of pool they're putting in. They're, you know, friends, neighbors. I really don't know them, so. All right. Okay, that's the beginnings. Now let's see where it's going to go. Do you like the branching out? Oh, good, because I haven't decided where it's going, but it's going to get some dots on the little branches. But I think just little dots today, just itty bitty ones that I can put a little tiny white dot on later. And I imagine my hand looks steady, but it's just because I'm drawing. It doesn't matter if it messes up, it doesn't matter. But if you hadn't noticed, I always draw with the skinny marker. I don't tend to draw with the fat marker. Even if I want fatter lines, I do the skinny marker first and then go back with the fatter marker, because I find drawing the first line with the fat marker hard. I don't know exactly why that is, but it just... Oh dear, I'm making Andrea laugh too hard. That's a good thing. I like that. I like to make somebody laugh. I kind of thought dots might be it. Yes, Barbara. Dots are always in the agenda. Hello, Clint. What is everybody doing that's crafty today? Anything? Andrea's having to work, so... And Holly went to put food on for lunch. Okay, there's some dots. Now then, now we need to get these just a little thicker because we can't put our little white dots in such a skinny line. And we've got to have some little white dots, of course. Painting gourds. Ooh, how fun. Sometimes, can you do a step-by-step of how to draw what you just drew? It is really cool. Okay, Holly. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to show you something. That was actually in the paper. But I will show you how I got it in the first place. Let's find some paper. Okay. I'm looking for a marker that doesn't bleed. Just a minute, I'll find them. There they are. That was Mindy's question, not yours, Holly. Oh, sorry about that. And Patricia's making charms, and Patricia's gluing. Barbara's recording and uploading a video to air in November. Yikes, November. Yay, Barbara. Okay, so when I draw my flowers, period, doesn't matter whether it's this one or any of my flowers, and this one happens to be, and the reason that one turned out like that, because it was in that, I had made this. This is a foam piece of like meat tray that I had used on the jelly plate. Okay. A 20-day watercolor prompt project I'm on week 3, day 2. Yay, Linda. Ooh, sounds like fun. And Clint's trying to wake up. Yeah, well, that happens to me too. Okay. And because it was in the paper, that's what I drew. But the way I do those flower doodles, and I've done a bunch of them, is I always start in the middle. Oh, and it's not going to work because that spine was in my way. So we're just going to do it right here. Okay, so I start in the middle, and it depends on what I'm going to put in the middle. But sometimes it's a little circle, sometimes it's a bigger circle, or sometimes we'll put 3. Okay, so that's my middle. And then I add petals. And sometimes I add the petals that start right here, like this. Which kind of looks like that one. And I would then add stuff into this one. Or let's do 2. Did I make enough petals to? Not sure. This one might have 2 kinds of petals. We'll see. It might not have made enough petals. Yay, I did. Nope, I didn't. Oh well. But like that. You know, I just never know. Now, another thing I do is and then add petals around those. Monday through Friday. Cool. So everyone is different, but it usually starts from a center something. And now this one didn't have where the petals touched. So I probably went like that. And then added something around it. They always come out different. So it's really hard for me to do a, this is what I did, because they're really just my flower doodles. And then, of course, anytime you have flowers, you need little viney things. Yes, Barbara, doodled flowers are great to fill up anything. But then I just do little viney things, and I always come out from here and I just add. Now they kind of look like butterfly tentacles or antenna. This one right there. And I just fill up the page with these little tentacles. The first year that I did the 100 Days project, which is probably back very far back in my videos, I did 100 days of doodles, and basically they were all flowers. There are videos of those. That one does. That one really needs some swoopiness. Congratulations, Holly. Well, Mindy, if you message me later, um, I will um, I will give you some links to those 100 day doodle things, because they were there was all kinds of flowers in that project. I did a doodle that was about, I used a traveler's notebook, so I did a doodle that was about 4 inches or so. Um, I'm going to turn this, Holly, so you can still see it and I can work on this. But don't let me forget. Message me and I'll get you those links, because they're old. They're probably from the first year that I did. The first year I did videos. So they're they're kind of far back there, I think. But they kind of take on a life of their own. That much I'll tell you. I can put a flower pretty much anywhere on any piece of paper. They sometimes look very alien, and not exactly like flowers, but thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. Oh, a metal would be really good. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Mm-hmm. I just need enough room to put some little dots or lines in that are white. And this one just needed a little more thickness on the lines. It's all ready to go in a different tab. There you go. Hi, Kathy. Guys, I hope I didn't miss anybody else coming in. Susan's last name is... Okay, I think we're about to get the black. Although it may have to have some more dots. I'm not sure. The angry crab. Ooh, sounds like fun. Can you still see that okay, Holly? Sorry, I didn't mean to push it out of the way. Okay, so now we got to put some little white lines. There's our pin working. Yep. I do like how some of these have been coming out much more delicate than some of the first ones. They've evolved a little bit. Excuse me just a minute. I want to pop that link. Uh-oh, that didn't work for me. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, guys, I've lost my chat. Shoot. I've lost you again, just so y'all know. Just hold on a minute and I'll see if I can find it. There it is. Yes. Yay. But I can't get to live chat. I'll find you. Yep. Okay. Stop talking about her. She can see us again. Yep. I'm there. Yep. Don't talk about me. That's right, Kathy. I don't know what is weird with this cat. You know, Kathy, you mentioned the other day you were having trouble with the way things were showing up. I can get Top Chat, but I cannot get Live Chat. I pop the box out, and every time I do something, it changes it. So if I miss a comment, I do apologize greatly, but we're going to leave it like it is so that I can hopefully see it all. While my sister was here, we tried out a new restaurant at the seafood place, and we were really pleased. Um, I think everybody had mullet but me, but I don't like fish, so you know, I definitely don't eat mullet. But um, they said their fish was fabulous. I know my shrimp was really, really good. And we brought home key lime pie, and while it was okay, it wasn't great. We won't get key lime pie there again, but we haven't had any good key lime pie in a while. I'm really liking how this is coming out. Well, Kathy, the problem with StreamYard the other day was I had a whole pile of trolls on Sunday, which was very disappointing. But I couldn't do anything because I was in StreamYard. I have been using StreamYard almost exclusively for lives because I can zoom in closer with my camera and I can do some things that I cannot do over here. But today, because I was fussing, worrying about the trolls, I decided that I would do it in YouTube. And I agree, they have changed something. So I'm going to have to see if I can figure it out, but I don't want to figure it out right now. I'm being lazy. Ant catfish. Yes, Janet whacked them. She did. You guys stayed on top of everything for me. I was really so happy you all were here. This does take time, but you know, it's very calming. So Brittany asked if I was looking forward to it being done. Yes and no, because you know, I do enjoy this, but I might enjoy it a little bit more on a big page, or you know, I might continue doing some stuff, but I might change what I'm doing it on or in, or maybe I'll make a little journal or something that I can use, or maybe do it on some tags. I haven't decided. I really like using the jelly prints as background. They give me a visual jumping off point most of the time. Joe's Crab Shack. Yep, Andrea. Yeah, uh-huh. Um, I don't believe we have a crab shack here. Partially because we're not known for crabs so much as shrimp and oysters and uh oh, let's see, snapper, redfish, things like that. We get crabs here, but they're small. Um, Jeff and I actually, when I first moved down here, we went what we call crabbing several times. Flounder, that's another thing that they catch here. Oh, these are tiny, tiny dots. That's true, Mindy. Except when they have their all-you-can-eat shrimp. We used to go when we lived in South Dakota. We would go when they had their all-you-can-eat shrimp because Jeff can put away about 7, 8, 9 dozen. I think we're almost done. Almost. Uh-oh. You would think, though, that by the fact that we live so close to the water and that they shrimp and catch fish and all kinds of things here, that there would be a lot of good seafood restaurants. But we had the last one that we had been going to all the time and enjoyed their food had gotten to where the service was terrible and the food was even worse. So we were really glad to find this new place. Mindy, did you get this drawn? Aha! Yeah, Mindy, the white adds so much to it. Okay, I'm gonna take it off the table then because that's hard to work on. That is a big it's a big pad is what it is. Oh dear. Let's get this put back where it belongs. Um, I think when you add the white, it just makes everything pop. That's the thing about it. It makes it pop out. I really, really like it. Okay. It doesn't really matter which side is up now. It looks like this is the way it's going to go now. Yep, dots and dashes. Gold gel pen. I don't. Um, I have one. Wonder what would happen. Give me just a minute. Let me sign the back of this. Okay, what is today? Today is July 20th. 2021. And we start another week. Yay! Let's see what happens when we do gold. Let's find a better piece. Doodle in black on white paper and add one color to it. I didn't add anything to the back of this paper, so it's pretty thin. I just grabbed a jelly print to see what would happen. I am going to have to make a trip to the store, I'm afraid. Have to, sooner or later. Hi, Jacqueline. Linda sent me this. Okay, this is the same kind of pin as the white ones that I love so well. It's a Uniball Signo pin, and it is a gold one. And I think I have a silver one too. Yes, I have a silver one too, and I have been very remiss and I have not used it. So we're going to see what happens. This is very wet. Much more wet ink than my white pen, so I'm going to have to be really careful to keep my hands out of it. Oh, bye, Tori. Have a great day. I hope she wasn't gone before I noticed that. I write too heavy for the Uniball. Oh, I love these. I love these. These are. This one is harder to read as far as UM153. This one is just a broad white one, and it says UM153. So I wonder if those are millimeters. That's I'm not sure. Okay, so that's gold. Yeah, it does look nice. And I'm sure when it dries, it's going to look even nicer because it's still quite wet. Oh, the silver's really pretty too, guys. Hi, Janice. Andrea's working too. I think the silver is really pretty as well. There again, neither one of these are drying near as fast as the white one does. But look how sparkly they are. Um, this is a Pilot 07 gold one. Okay. Ooh, it's nice too. Although it doesn't have as much, it doesn't show as much because it's a narrower, thinner point on the pen. I wonder what it would do with dots though. I know I should step out of my comfort zone and use colors and other things other than the black and white, but it just seems like I'm drawn to the black and white. Let's see if I can make it focus. There we go. Okay, Lori, bye-bye. I was gonna, let me see if I can make it focus. Okay. There we go. Come on, focus, you dumb thing. Uh-oh. There. Well, I don't know about that, Andrea. Sometimes it's nice to, to push yourself some too, as far as stepping, if you step out of your comfort zone a little bit, sometimes then your work changes and grows a little bit. I do like, and if you guys could see that, okay, now it is really showing. You know what? I'll be right back. My sister was cleaning at Mom's the other day and found a bunch of stuff that Mom has not touched in years. And And these are in it. I don't even know if they'll write. But they're glitter. They're supposed to be glitter pens. I have no clue. Let's see if, well, that one sort of writes. Yeah, not going to. They may be all toast. I don't know. And they're not going to show up on the black. Yeah, they're writing a little bit and then they're not. So I don't know if they're going to work. I'll have to, sometimes you can soak the tips in alcohol. Because this one would be pretty if it does, because it's copper. Ooh, like holes in the black. That would be cool. Kathy, this copper one would be pretty. I was just wondering if, of course, they're none of them going to write properly. So I thought I would try soaking the tips of them in some alcohol and see if they would write. And if they don't, then I'm going to throw them away. But that's supposed to be glitter, but I just, it leaves like this little traces of sparkle. Kind of cool. They have all written just like one or two little lines and then they're done. Yeah. I'm just going to have to soak them and see. And if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. So what I will do is I will put them in like a glass or a plastic cup with some alcohol in them, tipped down like that, to see if that'll help the tips. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time, if it's going to work, it works right away. Yeah, these don't want to show up on black at all, and they don't really want to write. So they're not, oh well. To make once upon a time made swatches on white and black. Good to have a reference so you know what you grab for. Well, that's true. It's kind of like making ink. Okay, it's kind of like, okay, these. Barbara says, toss them. That's probably what I'm going to do. They don't look like the lids. They don't look in any way, shape, or form come close to looking like the lids. So I always have to take them and test them to be sure they're going to do what I want them to do. But I do like this one, though. This one is kind of nice on there. It's a little different. I just need to go back through my pens and see which ones are working and which ones are not, because I did that once and got everything cleaned out, and then of course it's been time, so good on black. Yeah, because not everything works on black by any means. Okay, now I have a little boring project. I use these in my studio to sort of organize stuff. Ha 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 ha. Sort of organize stuff. And I'm tired of looking at them like this. So I'm going to spend a few minutes this afternoon painting a couple of them. And I think each live stream I'm going to paint a couple of them because, you know, otherwise it never gets done. Because, you know, it's just one of those chore things. So, time to decorate boxes. And what I have to get a base layer down. So, the first thing I'm going to do is use some of this wall paint and just get a base layer down. And then maybe on Sunday, we can paint something fun on these. Yep, I'm going to paint and then doodle. That's kind of what I was thinking about, guys, but I just have to get the silly old cardboard box covered up. And this is just those mist tints. If you go to the hardware store or the paint store, a lot of times they have, and I think, well, this one doesn't say, but some of them, like this one says I paid $1 for this whole big jar, and they work really well like gesso because they pretty much will stay on anything. They're not perfect, but they work pretty well. So I'm going to paint some boxes. I have whole ones. I have half ones. They work really well in shelves. And no, Jeff and I did not eat all the cereal. Jeff's father seems to manage to eat lots and lots of cereal. Puddles of Inktense colors dry. Ooh, sounds like fun, Barbara. We watch glue dry. Okay, yeah, that's true. And we do sort of forget that, don't we? So but my studio, I have sort of given my studio this purple turquoise kind of look to it. It's got purple and shades of turquoise and lime green. Although you can't tell because you can't see anything because everything is all over the floor. So I'm just trying to get a little more organized, just a little more organized. So if this dries, I will come back and put a plain coat of something on it, maybe lime green or whatever. But this blue, purpley color, whatever this is, kind of gray. I can see why somebody did not want it on their wall. We'll just cover up the cereal box part. So now it just looks like that. If you can sit through just a minute, I have to read that one down. You glad I'm doing boxes? Well, I could cover the boxes with painty paper, but then I'd have to cover them to keep them kind of from getting dusty and whatnot. I'd have to cover them with Mod Podge. So I just sort of figured that painting them would be a faster solution. You can watch paint dry easy. Okay. And Barbara likes magazine image cutting. Well, that may be something we do here too, because I need to get that done. I think I've grown to 6 boxes of images, and I need to make them smaller because, you know, when I yank them out of the magazine, I don't try, I just get them out and I put them in these boxes, and they're kind of growing, and I want to start using them more. So now I have found that this paint takes a little longer to dry than craft paint. Um, and I have plenty of craft paint I could use, but I bought these paints when we were in South Dakota, and paint wasn't as easy to come by. Um, and I was painting boxes for my jewelry. When I would do art shows, I would send my big necklaces out in these fancy boxes. And I painted each and every one of the boxes so that the piece of jewelry sort of had a home when it went to the customer, because these were not little jewelry pieces. These were big statement pieces with my beads in it, that kind of thing. I'm sorry, I wasn't even watching chat. Mine is pink and gray. Light tan and chocolate brown, pink accents. Comics, covering them with comics from the Sunday paper would be work. That would work too. Of course, you have to get a Sunday paper, Barbara. Anyways, I got these paints then, and they need to get used. They're, you know, they need to be used up, go away. One green mall and the others are almost turquoise deep blue. Well, you know, I don't know, guys, if I've told. Well, I've done studio video, but this entire room is pine paneling. It's tongue and groove pine paneling. Not the stuff that, it's kind of like an old mountain cabin kind of wood, and the ceiling is even pine paneling. So, and I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But I knew that with all the wood in here, I needed some nice bright colors to make me happy. So lime green and turquoise, little black, little purple. We quit doing the paper, and so did Mom, because it got so outrageous in price, and there wasn't anything in it. That was the biggest reason. Okay. For some reason, that color is really pretty when you water it down. It's kind of denim-y. Yeah, Dana, I this pine paneling is really gorgeous in here, but I knew that it needed color. I knew for me it needed color. Oh, and that's it, Barbara or Kathy. The Sunday paper had just gotten where it was just there wasn't anything in it. It wasn't big enough to be bothered with. Well, and you can get the coupons for like Michael's and Joann's. You can get them on your phone or online. So okay. So now what I want to do, I think we'll start with these two. Because these are my favorites. I don't know if y'all weren't here in the beginning. The other day and stuff that came from Mom's was this one, and I used it Sunday. And Julie said that there was an entire set of these, and she had looked them up. They're from Hero Arts from 1996. So I don't know if Mom bought them or if I bought them. They're called Blooming Borders. And apparently these four had already come home with me. They were in my studio, in my stuff, in my rubber stamps, but this one wasn't there. So, and I've even got part of a box. I mean, the whole box is not here, but I've got part of the box. So they must have come from Mom's. They have never been used. I stamped that one for the first time the other day. So I thought I would try what I want to try. Okay, we got to have some room though. Some room. Let's rearrange a little bit. Well, I seriously dislike yellow walls, partially I think because so much of the house we lived in when I was little was yellow, and not a soft yellow, a very harsh yellow. I was getting these babies out. I need to clean up. Mindy said that my desk was all clean, but it is such a mess. I can't get these out very well. Flower playing. Yep. Piece of fun foam underneath your paper, Tanya. Yeah. I'm headed there, Barbara. Right now I'm getting out the blocks. There we go. I don't have fun foam, but I have this, so it ought to work. This is soft butter yellow. See, and that would be pretty, I think, but this is not fun foam. This is a silicone baking sheet, and it's had pieces cut off of it because we actually bought it to use as a fancy gasket back when I was building the my studio in our first big camper, the one we were living in when we got in the wreck. Okay. I forgot to do. I forgot to ink around that iCAD, so I will have to go back and do that in a few minutes. This happens to just be where I know where it's at all the time because I use it when I do things like making glue gun stencils or stuff like that. So oh, I'm not gonna like that, I don't think. I think that's kind of busy. We'll stamp this one and see. We'll try it. I just think it's gonna be too busy. I think we're gonna go to yeah, let's set that aside and we'll try it. But I've got out some coffee dyed paper too. Just some plain coffee dyed. Because I had a feeling that might be too busy. I'm giving them lots of room because I want to be able to tear them out and use them. Oh, I do love this new big stamp pad. It is so much easier to ink a stamp with a big stamp pad. Okay, let's put that over there. Put that up there. Put this back there. And there's the thingamabob. Oh, just so you know, this already has stamp cleaner on it, and it's usually got more than enough, so I just wet it down. So because if you keep putting too much, if you get too much stamp cleaner on it, all it does is make soapy suds. And all right, stop that. Someday I'll clean that thing out. Okay, we're going to try it and see what happens on this, but I have a feeling this is just so busy. It might be just too busy to make it look good. Is everybody busy looking? Because You guys got very quiet. The other day I noticed that this brush had just like 3 hairs that were too pointy. Okay, now we do not want bright green. Waiting to see if it'll work. Okay. That looks pretty good. Part of the problem is I can barely see it. Now, this happens to be a page out of a gigantic encyclopedia. I mean, that book is like this thick, and they're very white pages. So I very lightly coffee dyed them quite some time ago. I'm making her hungry. Okay, Brittany, give me just a minute and I'll explain how you use them. First and foremost with water brushes, do not ask why, I don't know, but they unscrew backwards for me. Okay, to me they unscrew backwards. So what happens is you unscrew this part from the other part, and you have to look at which way the barrel unscrews. Okay, and you fill the bottom part with water and screw it back together. And there again, Tanya always manages to make it screw the wrong way. Then this part pops off. And to get water into this tip, you sometimes have to squeeze it. It's usually pretty soft right there. This one has a similar grip to it. And you just make sure there's a little water in there. Then whether you use ink tints or whether you use watercolors. Okay, let me bring this closer. You pick up whatever you want with your brush. Take it easy. You don't need to load tons of color on your brush. That was almost too much. Let's go up here where I can offload it a little bit. I may have to switch glasses. I had another pair. Where'd they go? Now, you don't want to leave color in your in the tip of your brush. However, over time they get stained. So guarantee it's going to come out like this eventually. Okay, this is my favorite water brush. It's much more expensive than the Dollar Tree ones, but it works better than anything that I've ever had. But I have bought several different ones lately and not been real happy with them. And right now I'm just trying to find all the leaves in this because it was kind of a busy piece of paper. Although it's working, I think, pretty well. What do you think, Mindy? Can you guys see it coming up in there? You can also use a water brush to cut napkins and tissue paper and things like that. You just use water. Keeping them handy is I really enjoy using them. There's another leaf right there. Oops. Hi, Kathleen. I still think it's awful busy for this particular stamp, but I'm going to paint it anyways. Because I'm going to add more color to it. I always try to start with whatever color I'm making it. I try to start with the lightest color, and then move into darker colors. And I'm going to move into more brown, green kind of thing. Olivey. Because rose leaves, at least the ones that grow in my yard, are not real bright green. Are you guys as close as I can get you? Yeah, they do unscrew backwards, don't they, Kathleen? Okay. Yeah, I'm as close as I can get you in this. And I don't know about watercolor or anything else, and I don't know about how everybody else does things, but when I paint with these Inktense blocks, which I just absolutely love, I start with my lighter colors and then I add in my darker colors to shade things. And I might even go over this with, a blue or something like that if it were a bigger piece. I probably will not on this because it's so tiny. And you notice I don't pick up a ton of paint, a ton of color at any one time, because if you do, you'll end up with streakies instead of like shading. That's what I'm going for, shading. Okay, now when I want to get this off of my brush, I just squeeze in some water and I paint it off until it gets clear, or as clear as I can get it. Let's find a peachy color. Of course, I buried my My color sheet is underneath everything. The other thing is this paper is really thin. Really thin. So it's taking the water very almost instantaneously off the brush. Which is fine. Oh yeah, Mindy, I really love them. The Paint Pan Studio set. Did you get the 24 or the 12? I like that. It's very, very subtle on the yeah, I was very bad while we were on our trip, and I got one of those sets for um for the camper, because I have the big set for here, but every time I wanted to go out with it in the camper, it was like this is too much. It's too much to take outside. So I I was in Dick Flick. Here's the deal. I was going to buy myself um an empty paint pan and put little pieces of these sticks into that empty paint pan. And the silly empty paint pan was $10 less than buying the whole thing all finished up. It was just ridiculous. So, yes, and that's it, Barbara. I just wanted them to. Yeah, that's right. It's an excuse for shopping. You're right. Absolutely. Yep, yep. hmm It was an excuse for shopping, but I want to tear these up because this is too big to have on my table. So I'm just gonna take them apart a little bit. Okay. But you're absolutely right. Uh-huh. It was an excuse for shopping. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, let's try that on this one where we can see it. This is also heavier paper, just so you know. Oh, I don't think I've used there. I may have used the water brush that came with it. I don't remember. because I used it a couple of times after I got it while we were on our trip because I was painting postcards with it. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Too much paint. I also didn't know what it would do painting on this coffee dyed paper. Yeah, they do, Barbara. They come the yours are about this big, I think. This one is long like this. It's like a box of watercolors, and yeah, they came with their own brush. Um, it just made it so much nicer for taking outdoors and using on my, because if I had done watercolors on the postcards, when I need to go over it with Mod Podge to protect it, it would probably not do very well. So, because Barbara, the sets that Mindy and I bought are longer, the water brush actually just is all together. You don't have to take it apart. So that's one of the case is longer. It's about twice as long as the one you've got, I think. It's in my stuff for the camper. So and that means next time we go somewhere, I'm not taking this big box. I I was a little afraid of taking the big box for fear I would, they'd get dropped and broken or something, and I didn't use them the way I would have liked to because they were just. Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize it. There is another rosebud right there. That because this was so busy, I didn't see it. Huh. Yeah, I think Barbara, the 36 is a nice um it's a nice in between. Um at the same time, I love all these colors in this 72. The 12, I had 12 pencils, and the problem with the 12 was there were colors that really and truly I felt were missing. And granted, you can blend colors and whatnot, but sometimes that gets a little harder to do. These are a little, what should I call it? Uh, they're delicate, so they're a little persnickety to paint. That's the best word I can use. You haven't, okay, Brenda, just a minute and I'll show you the lid These are actually not paints. These are called Inktense blocks. Give me 1 second to finish with this green and I'll show you the lid. Because what happens is these are permanent. Once you wet them down real good, and then and I'll show you my pencils too. I think they're right here. Once you wet them down the way I'm wetting them down, if I decided I wanted to go over this with Mod Podge or something like that, I can, because they will be permanent as soon as they dry. Okay, let's get this out of my brush. Okay. Now this set, this is a big set. Woo! That wasn't good. And this is, I did this, there's actually a video of my doing this. This is all the colors in this set. But those are the blocks. I was pretty sure my pencils were right here. They might be over put away. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Excuse me. Yep, pencils are put away. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Even the 36 count one, Mindy, is the same size as this one. It's just not layers. This is 72 colors, and these are what they call the blocks. They actually come out of here like this, and you can basically color with them. I'm using them like paints. That's my favorite way to use them. These were a gift that I will just cherish forever. This is the first set of pencils I've had. Now, I've used these a lot, and they still have, you know, lots left to go. So they last a long time. I don't color like some people do with them. I tended to use them like I would have used blocks. When I got these, I did not know the blocks existed. I didn't know. I got these, you know, when we were in South Dakota, and I didn't realize that. So I would take my water brush and go on the tips. And Inktense goes a long way. That's right, Barbara. The ink blocks have intense color, plus they're permanent once they're dry. Now, the reason, like I said, that this just is very big for toting outside. So I happened to be at Dick Blick while we were on our trip. There's one in Omaha, and like I said, I was going to get myself a palette, just a empty palette. But by the time I got the palette and the pans, it was ridiculous what it was going to cost. So I got this. And so this is to go in the camper. And this has got most of the basic colors that you'd use. It's got black and white. It's got some browns, some greens, some of the brighter colors that I will use a lot. And then it's got a small water brush. And this is a nice brush, Wendy. I have used it. I did use it while we were gone. So, and I'll bet, I may be wrong, but there might be room to put, no, the second one will not go in, but if you really wanted the big one, or if a different one made you happier, you could probably squelch them both in there. You don't really need but one though if you just clean it out. So it doesn't have enough purples. See, there's two, but I agree with you. It doesn't have a lot of purples. That was my problem with this. This doesn't have any purples. The 12 pencils, well, I guess maybe it does have a purple, but it was really so blue. I wouldn't have called it purple. The 12s do not have a purple. Now Barbara's got a set that she's got two small boxes like that, where she got this and this. And the nice thing about this is you can purchase individual little blocks to go back in it later. It's hard to get them unless you order direct from Derwent, blah, blah, blah. But they have made it easier to order stuff. I'm on their email list, and you can, they're shipping from inside the United States now to make things a little easier to get. So let's wasn't quite finished with that one, but yeah, there's no repeats between steps. And what I'm saying, Barbara, is I think that your two sets that you've got are like the whole 24 set, because you bought set 1 and set 2. The 24 that we got. You're welcome, Brenda, anytime. That set, there it is, has both of what you've got. So there are no repeats. And I agree. Another one of the reasons I numbered this box is because I know someday I might use up one of those things. It'd be really hard. But if I get to coloring with them, I very well could use them up. And I want to know which colors they are so I can purchase new blocks, because you can purchase the blocks that are in there too. Oh, and if y'all didn't know this, Joann's is carrying individual pencils. 30, right around $35, Barbara. Mindy, the little set, I think it comes with a paint palette thing. But I think, Barbara, I paid right around $35 for it. I won't guarantee that, but I think that's what it was, because I think it was a good $25, $27 for me to get empty watercolor palette. I thought it was ridiculous, and I thought, okay, well, if it's going to be that much, I might as well invest in the studio set. So we just need a little more. I used these to color pages in when we did our what do you call that? Our fairy. When we did our fairy journal, I didn't have this block set then, but I used the pencils to color coloring book pages. which I really enjoyed. I'm not real fond of coloring, but I enjoyed coloring with painting with these. Basically, that's what I'm doing is painting. And I knew that I could uh, go over them with other wet media. That's one of the reasons why I really like them. And they're fun to shade with. Okay, we need to get that bud. Yeah, that 24 set. Now I got it from Dick Blick, the 24 set. So I will tell you this big 76 set of blocks is pretty bad. um, Amazon's showing $49 and $10 to ship. Um, try Dick Blick, and then Derwent is actually sells right here in the States now. They actually have a website themselves. Okay, where did my pinks go? Okay. Okay. I think that is. See, it just shows up so much nicer on the plain paper. I just think that stamping on dictionary paper is really cool, but you got to have just the right stamp to make it really work. Okay. I think too that besides the individual pencils, I think Joann's had those little boxes like Barbara's got the other day too. And if you're in there and you can use a coupon, you might find that that way is less expensive. We're going to paint purple because we can. Yeah, maybe a stamp that's not so detailed, something with bolder lines, that kind of thing. First, we got to put some yellow in this iris right down in the middle. Because if we don't get our yellow in there first, yeah, I have that big butterfly. It's got some pretty good bold lines in it. And it looks pretty good on dictionary paper. Oh yeah, we got to paint these irises purple, you know. We got to get some yellow down in the middle of that one though. Okay. Hello, Lisa dear. Miss Lisa is in the house. Yeah. We're making a mess, Lisa. Okay, so what kind of purple is that? That's a pretty good one. It's not quite iris purple though. We'll have to go over it with some other more iris purpley. I'm going to paint them all the same color and then go back and add a more blue purple to them to bring out the more irisy color. Hi, Sherry. I didn't realize you were here. I apologize if I missed saying hi. If I missed anybody else, hello. I'm really glad you're all here. I think it may finally have decided to stop raining for today. I don't know. I say that, and then what will happen is it'll downpour. Jeff was out cleaning out one of the gutters today because it's been running over the top. We've had so much rain and it's brought so much junk out of the tree. I love my big cypress, not cypress, it is not a cypress tree, it's a camphor tree. I love my big camphor tree, which is right there, but it prunes itself and it dumps all these little tiny itty bitty little sticks and stuff on the roof, and then it ends up in the drain. Oh, yes. Was she surprised with that, Lisa? Oh, good, Sherry. I'll take a look when I get done. Surprised and very happy. Washing some of that fleece right now. Yay! Um, she's gonna be so busy though, she may not get to spin it for a while. All right, so now we got all of that purple in there. Let's find a bluer purple. Let's find what we can. Yeah. Ooh, that's too much. Come on. Come on. We need it wet down. Okay. This one of the things. This particular brush is like a little dry sometimes, so we're going to put it up and see about this one. Because I do not want to overdo that purple. Yeah, there we go. This brush just feeds water better sometimes. And sometimes when you paint over the top, you get a better color than if you took it straight out of the thing. More shade, more. And I cannot see chat at all right now. This is true. A marigold 002 02 0225 225. You're right. I go from 220 to 230, Barbara. And that's there are I was amazed at the number of colors that is on the website. She's been at the college 4 days and she's got another test this week, right, Lisa? Um, she took part of her tests this week, guys, and hasn't taken all of them. Yeah, between school and work, she's gonna be one busy little girl. Okay, I'm very happy with the irises now. Let's see. Come on, focus. Get in focus. There we go. Thanks, Lisa. The Sunday I used this little rose stamp that came from over at Mom's. And Julie said, these came in a set of 5. Well, guess what was in my stamp stuff was a set of 4 with a hole. And there was the set of 5. So we need some green. We're going to go for a little bit brighter green, I think. We're going to see how that looks. Sherbet lemon and sun yellow. Yeah. Okay, so all the sets have different colors. That's just fun. That just makes you want to have them all, doesn't it? Was it Andrea who was talking about having full set syndrome? I used one to make my little journal page Sunday, Lisa, and then I just really wanted to have some ready to go. But yes, it was Andrea talking about full set syndrome. Um, I stamped it on this encyclopedia page. I don't particularly like it. It's too intricate. Yep, Lisa, it is. Mm-hmm. I have to agree. Um, it is definitely a thing. I think we were talking about the distress, the new distress color. That is out. It's a blue. And we were talking about whether, and I hadn't seen it until the other night, whether or not it was enough different to make it worth getting. Is what I think we were talking about. Yeah, Boulder. I'm pretty sure Boulder Stamp would have been better. I was grabbing stuff to do to have something to do. Actually, I hadn't planned well, and then I had conference call with the lawyer I'm talking to about mom stuff, and my sister called, and Jeff said the bugs were eating my tomatoes, and what did he want me to? He would spray them if I would tell him what to do, and so needless to say, I was grabbing. Uh, I was not prepared. Okay, this happened. See how? Oh, wait. See how the brush is kind of not staying together? That does happen. And you know that it happens with paintbrushes too. The better the brush, the less that happens. And I think partly because this one does not want to feed water real well. It's pretty dry. Did I get it squeezed down too tight? There we go. Oh, that's neat, Sherry. Okay, gotta go change the fleece. That sounds good, Lisa. Have fun. That was a lot of fleece that she got to have to wash. Yeah, the yellows and the oranges and things like that. It didn't bother me to try to mix those. What was bothering me was the purples. Purples are sometimes hard to get to mix good. Sometimes purples are just not as easy to mix as you might think. Okay. Let's find some even more yellowy green. I want. There we go. Just a little bit more. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that you could mix these the same way that you can mix watercolors. Um, I mean, this set has, well, even the little set has a spot where you can put little bits of the paint, of the ink in there. Boy, I got that all over everywhere, didn't I? One of the things I'm going to remind y'all is do not, even though I didn't get this very wet, do not put it away until it is completely dry. So these will sit out overnight before I put them away, because if you put them away wet, they can mold. So I'm in love with this one. Yep. Maybe Sunday we'll turn a couple of these into something. I use those spots all the time in a travel set to mix the colors. Yeah, on the plastic you can reactivate them. Yep. Um, Pansies have always been one of my favorite. Irises are another favorite. My dad used to grow gladiolas, and they just amaze me at how many colors they have, but they don't grow very well here. So, and I don't have time to take care of what you call it, flowers much anyway. So I don't have a lot of flowers. I put flowers in the garden beds because it keeps the bugs away. So anyways, guys, it is almost 20 after 4. And I'm thinking I'm going to go because I'm tired. That's a big reason why, is I'm tired. Okay, let's see what our boxes look like though before we do. Yay! I think that a coat of I don't know. I'll have to try and see if a coat of craft paint will cover it, or if I need to put another coat of the blue on it before we start doodling. I may have to cover these again one more time. Barbara's going to watch her Inktense puddles dry all on their own. Well, that's a good thing to do, Barbara. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go. I love y'all. I'm so glad you were here. Thanks so much for coming. And I'll see you Sunday, if not before. Oh, wait, 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Sunday, I normally come on it. I've been coming on at 1 o'clock, right? Do we all remember what's going to happen Sunday? I might be late. That's right. Thank you, Barbara. I might be a little late. So I will be here, but I might be a little late because, I'm going to the book sale. Yes, another excuse to shop. Okay, guys. Love you all. Yep. Books at the library. Yay. Okay, guys. Love you all. See you Sunday. Bye bye.